Archana Soreng, let me introduce to you a young celebrity here in Scotland. She is representing India. She's been handpicked by the UN General Secretary to be a part of the Youth Summit or the Youth Leadership at the Advisory Board. Archana is an activist from India, from Odisha, from a tribal belt. Archana is actually sharing at the COP26 summit in Glasgow indigenous ways, traditional ways of protecting the environment and how we all together can do this and save our planet. So Archana, firstly, where in Odisha are you from?
I'm from Sundargarh district of Odisha.
Okay. And how are you feeling here in Scotland, apart from feeling cold?
I'm feeling really happy to be here because for me it's really very important to be here, and as a young Indigenous woman, I think it's a lot of struggle and hardship to be here reaching the decision making spaces, and I feel so happy here to be in these spaces. And for me, climate action is reclaiming spaces for Indigenous people, and that makes me really proud to represent my community and country here.
Tell me what your community does on a daily basis, which is part of your daily lifestyle and making a huge impact, which for us people living far away would be like, wow, they do this daily and we are just making a big fuss about just moving from plastic to paper.
Yeah. So like for example, for me, the moment we wake up, so we have been using the toothpicks of the trees as brush, and which we call in our place datun. So I think this is an alternative to the plastic toothbrush, which we now see is a major problem in terms of plastic pollution. Also, when we had brush, now we need to eat.
Yeah.
So if we see the food also, we get it from the forest, the sustainable food, which is non-polluted food, or the food which is grown up from our crops in our lands, which are done through our own manure fertilizers, which is again how we talk about food safety. So it's again an eco-friendly way of living, of sustainable agriculture and farming. And then when we have also food, I would like to say that my grandfather and my ancestors use pumpkin and bottle guard as water bottles. Now it's like, how do we use that? So it's like the pumpkin and the bottle guard have the cylindrical shape, and the inside pulp can be eaten as vegetable, but the outside skull can also be dried and carried during agriculture practices as water bottles. So it is also an alternative to plastic pollution. And another thing, when I said about food, it's also how do we eat food? We make plates. So we have been engaging in making leaf plates, leaf cutlery, and which we see it's not only in Odisha, India, but also across all the tribal belts. We have seen that how Indigenous women are collecting leaf plates and are making leaf plates, which is an very important and one of the ways of plastic alternatives. Along with that, it's not only plastic pollution, but we Indigenous communities on daily basis go to forest, see whether any outsiders are coming to the forest to harm the forest. So we also call practices like Thenga Pali. We take Thenga and Pali. Thenga means stick, Pali means turn. So there have been many practices in my tribe, in other tribes, where women are leading these practices. Now, how does the Thenga Pali work? So it's like early morning, women are waking up and taking the Thenga, the stick, and going to the forest and patrolling it. And when they come back in the evening, they keep that stick in front of the other house. So in this way, the rotation of Thenga is happening in the villages, and this way the women are doing leadership. And they have been doing it on regular practices.
Thank you very much for being who you are. We're so proud of you, Archana. And this perhaps is also a reminder call for corporates, because CSR activities are by law becoming more and more important, and perhaps corporates can throw their weight behind supporting communities, tribal communities which know how to do this, which do this on an everyday basis, and just basically need some sort of a spine behind them to be able to take it forward as a working solution that the UN here is trying to make forward. Radhika Iyer reporting from the COP26 summit from Scotland with this amazing individual called Archana Soreng for NDTV. Thank you.
Thank you.